HWAON Laser Screed Machine 4D Tutorial. Upon receiving the machine, you will see the screed heads separated from the machine body. We need to assemble them. First, pull out the R pin on the working head, then remove the pin and take out the pad inside. Set these aside for later use. Do the same on the other side. Note that if the pin is difficult to remove, you can use a hammer to knock it out. Next, start the machine. The red button on the left side of the machine is the main power button. The machine is powered off upon arrival. We need to disconnect the main power button. For the first start, pull out the air damper. Pull out the air damper. Push the throttle to the middle and turn the key to ignite. After the machine starts, push the air damper back in. Move the control lever to advance the machine. When the hydraulic cylinder aligns with the hole on the leveling head, stop the machine. Insert the pin into the leveling head connection and place a washer on it. Press the corresponding lifting button to lower the hydraulic cylinder, aligning the hole on the cylinder with the head of the pin. Then push the leveling head forward slightly and place another washer in this position. Use a hammer to tap the pin in. Finally, insert the R pin onto the pin. Repeat this operation on the other side. Now start connecting the hydraulic pipe. Be careful not to connect the hydraulic pipe in the wrong position. When connecting, pull the female connector back slightly. Release the lever after connecting. Do the same for the other connector. Pay special attention. If you find that the connector cannot be pushed in at the connection point, you will need to use a wrench. Loosen the screws on the disconnected connector. Tighten them a few times to let a drop or two of oil drip out. Release the pressure, and then tighten the screws. The connector should now connect. Next, connect the oil pipe to the tilt cylinder. Find the correct connector and align it. Pull it back to connect. Do the same for the other one. This is the power cable for the vibration motor. Connect it. The connectors for these two cables have grooves and protrusions respectively. Align them and connect them. Tighten the screws after connecting. Now connect the tilt cylinder cable. You can see the protruding ridges on the connector. Connect the thickest ridge upwards to the tilt cylinder plug. Tighten the screws after connecting. After connecting all the cables, press down simultaneously. Left and right lifting buttons raise the hydraulic cylinder. The right lifting button raises the right hydraulic cylinder. Pressing it up raises the cylinder, and pressing it down lowers it. The left lifting button raises the left hydraulic cylinder. Pressing it up raises the cylinder, and pressing it down lowers it. The tilt angle controls the angle of the machine head. Pressing it up raises the head, and pressing it down lowers it. This is the auger. Pressing it up rotates the auger to the right to discharge ash. The middle button stops the rotation. Pressing it down reverses the auger. After switching to manual or automatic mode, then turn on the coarse scraper button. The leveling head will be about 2 centimeters higher than the set height, and then it will carry ash backwards. Light. Vibration switch. Working time display. Voltage display, and there are 2 charging ports. After starting the machine, press and hold the throttle button and pull it upwards to increase the throttle, and press and hold the throttle button and push it downwards to decrease the throttle. Pushing the gear lever forward moves the machine forward. Pulling it backwards moves it backwards. And the middle position stops it. After the machine arrives, the receiver's aluminum rod is facing downwards. First, loosen the screws at the connection point, then rotate the aluminum rod outwards and tighten the screws. Next, loosen the black handle screw. Remove the aluminum rod and install it on top. Finally, tighten the handle screw. Repeat this process on the other side. Set up the tripod and observe whether the water droplets are within the circle. Pick up the laser emitter and align the lower nut with the screw on the tripod. Assemble them together. Then tighten the screws securing the transmitter. Loosen the tripod's mounting screws. Rotate the handle to raise the tripod to approximately 1.8 to 1.9 meters. Once raised, tighten the mounting screws and press the switch. When the red light on the transmitter starts rotating, it indicates the transmitter is on. Next, set the elevation. Turn on the digital receiver and attach it to the handheld stick. Find the required height. Using this aluminum block as an example, place the handheld stick at the required height. Then loosen the digital receiver and adjust the screws up and down until the number on the screen is 0. Tighten the screws. Now, begin installing the laser receiver. Install the receiver onto the aluminum rod, making sure it's not installed backwards. Then tighten the top and bottom screws on the front. Next, connect the laser receiver cable. Attach the female connector to the laser receiver, aligning the slot on the connector with the slot on the receiver. Once aligned, tighten the screw. Then, attach the other end to the corresponding receiver cable connector. This connector also uses a slot-to-slot connection. Tighten it after connecting. Repeat this process on the other side. Then, turn on the machine. Increase the throttle
and press the automatic button.
After the working head is balanced, turn it off. Place the handheld lever in front of the vibrating plate and observe if the number on the digital receiver is 0. If it is not 0, press the corresponding lift button to adjust it up or down until the number is 0. Repeat the same operation on the other side. Next, manually adjust the receiver. Loosen the top and bottom screws and adjust the receiver up and down. A red light indicates it needs to be moved up, and a yellow light indicates it needs to be moved down. Adjust it until only the green light is on. Then tighten the top and bottom screws. Repeat the same operation on the other side. After both receivers are green, we need to test it again. Press and hold both lifting buttons simultaneously to raise the receiver. The receiver will then light up yellow. At this point, press the automatic keypad. The leveling head will automatically level itself, and the receiver will light up green. Finally, use the hand lever to measure both sides of the vibrating plate to check if the digital receiver reading is 0. If the measurement is correct, the machine can now be operated.